HHDG.
Peace, HHDG. We on another episode of HHDG Media, the podcast. Shout out to everyone tuning in on our YouTube channel, as well as our Facebook group, Hip Hop Discussion Group, HHDG. And as always, big shout out to our company members, our crew, our family. It makes this happen every time you see my face on here. That's Rock Vader KB, the Mayor, T. Smith, Skelly Top, and myself, Wiki. As you can see on the bottom banner, you can go check out our website, hhdgmedia.com. Check out the latest music we put up there. Got an upcoming mixtape. Definitely should check out when that drops. And as well as our merchandise as well and upcoming events. Tonight, we got a MC, Brooklyn bred MC, known to always spit with that same fire and energy that I remember him from back in the early 2000s, late 90s. Continues to give you that food for thought. He always has concepts with his tracks, as well as just giving you bars. He's worked with plenty of noteworthy people, primarily and recently Tone Spliff. He's worked with Pac FM in the past. Been on countless mixtapes in the early 2000s. Definitely a dope beat selector. Listening to his albums, it speaks for itself. And he annihilates those tracks with the production that he has on there. We're going to talk about Six Man Entertainment. Him being able to find some of these dope producers as well. With some of them, they're lesser known, but he's definitely helped put them on the map. He's got a great catalog. And just last year, he dropped a dope album. So it was like, how's he going to top this one? And I think he really did with the new album, Something Greater Than Myself. I'd like to introduce the Bad Seed.
Yeah.
Peace.
What's goody, brother? Brooklyn.
How you doing? Good. Yes, indeed.
Man. Yeah. I'm fighting, man. I've been a little under the weather for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But we moving and shaking, man.
It's all good.
Covered by God, you heard?
Yeah.
How you?
I'm doing, slow recovery, but I'm still fighting through, just like you were saying with yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, brother. Yeah, it's crazy out here. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We here, though.
So, before we even talk about this dope new album, that's getting a lot of praise, just like the one from last year. Absolutely, yeah. Just give a little glimpse of where you came from. Tell the people about where you came up with.
Wow. Like what's crazy about that? Like I always try to come up with the condensed version of that story. Like that story is just so crazy. Wow. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. I tell people all the time I was fortunate of the time that I was actually born. I was born February 6, 1975. Like the significance of that day and that time, maybe even that year, might not mean a lot to people, but it does to me because what it means is 20 years from that day is February 6, 1995. So I was 20 in 95. You understand what I'm saying? So to give you some sort of a perspective, like I was growing up during the era. You know what I mean? And of course, like everybody else, we lived in dad, we did whatever we did in the street. It was our environment. We was young. You understand? I was really fortunate that I want to say around 96, I could rap, you know, but I was running around doing stupid shit. 96, my man Meat Pie, who goes by the name of Magnum P, shout to him. He was on Negro League Baseball with Natural Resource, Jean Grey, she was what at the time, Ocean and Aggie. They had a group called Natural Resource. And they had a label they had called Making Records. You know what I mean? And Meat Pie was a part of them. And Meat Pie was like the mayor. Meat Pie knew everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like he knew everybody. And me and him, we was already kind of cool. We had a crew called OBS. Me, him, and my man Scheme. It was we was running around. We was making little songs and stuff like that. Here and there. But OBS was a lot of street guys. But the three of us, we was the rappers, and we was going to studio doing stuff. Nothing too serious.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Me Pie introduced me to Gene. Me and Gene became very, very good friends. We was like best friends, and I ended up coming to the crew, and I never left. And I was fortunate to be there at that time because her, I had never seen anything like her, like a girl that could rap like that, and she made beats, and it was crazy. But
Yep.
it was special because that house not only had her in it, it had PH, Pumpkinhead, Rest Dead, my partner. Me, him, and Me Pie, we got together and formed OBS. That they know it at the end. But Most Def was in there. He would come through. Medina Green and Talib
DCQ.
Kweli and
Yep. Mm-hmm.
yeah, DCQ and shit, the Bush Babies and De La Soul would even trip through every now and again. We had Proof from Detroit used to because
Mm-hmm.
Eminem used to fuck with them before I came to the crew. He was fucking
Okay.
with them. And around that time, and he went back to I think he was around this time he was about to start fucking with Dre. And so he wasn't really around like that. But what you call it, Proof used to keep coming through. Now, mind you, now I'm with the crew now. I've just missed him. You know what I'm saying? But Proof used to come through. So Proof used to come through and bring beat tape because he would make beats. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of the first dudes I knew that had beat tapes that he was rhyming on the beats, selling the beats. Like it sounded like a mixtape.
Ah, okay.
But his
Mm.
beat tapes were like mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? Like
So,
songs, you know. And just the lineage, like being around that, being a sponge of it, because although I was in the streets, I grew up watching Video Music Box and watching the on TV raps and watching these things. So to be around these things and just sit back and watch, it was like wow. So boom, I want to say, like I said, man, I was fortunate because growing up during that time and in that house, that house, we called it the Macon Mansion. Everybody lived there. We all had a room in there, and it was the fucking studio was upstairs. You
mm,
know. So we had A&Rs was living there. My man Jim Nice, he was the assistant to Foxy Brown's brother, Anton Marshawn. He
yeah.
was his assistant. So and Anton at the time he was A&R at Interscope. So I was privy. I want to say this was like maybe 98, 99, maybe. Um, you know, Producers used to send beat CDs up to New York to the labels for placements. It wasn't on internet. Like you hollering at a nigga on the internet, you like, yo, let me
They had
send
to
you a
get that
beat pack.
physical.
It wasn't none of
Mm-hmm.
that. Like niggas was sending CDs and tapes up. So when they would send producers would send their tapes up, they CDs and shit, they would send them to Anton. You know what I'm saying? So I was privy, like I heard early Justice League shit, early Jake One shit. I heard
Wow. Mm-hmm.
early Knots shit. And this is when I first heard who Knots was. Now let me tell you something. Y'all think Knots is crazy now. Knots is phenomenal, one of the greatest. Y'all think he's crazy now? Yo, the shit I heard back then, I still hear him in my head. I still hear him.
Mm-hmm.
I still hear them shits. I had heard nothing like him. You understand? So I used to swipe the CDs from Anton and I would dub them shits and make my own takes and put the CDs back. Cause I just want to hear these beats. They were so crazy, right? So I went on tour with the Lyricist Lounge. It was me, Brooklyn Academy, which Thurston Howe the third, PH, Icon.
Mm-hmm.
We went on tour up in Canada and on the tour bus, Lyricist Lounge is there with us. On the tour bus, I got the beat tape of Knots. So we all MCs, you know what I'm saying? We playing this shit and we all freestyling on the beats and shit. Woo. So and Danny from Lyricist Lounge, they peeping this, right? So they took me on the day Pun died, the day we found out Pun died. This was in 2000. We were or 99, 2000, no, it was 2000. They was working on the Lyricist Lounge album. They took me to Virginia to Knott's crib to meet Knott's. That's the first time I met Knott. And
Wow.
we did a song. It didn't make the album, but it was crazy too. But that developed me and Knott's relationship because I came back. Because me and my team, we was like, yo, I need a single. We was like, yo, let's go to Knott's. You love Knott's. I was like, all right, cool. So we went down to VA and we got For the Kids. Um and,
That
and
joint's
um
dope. Yeah, yeah.
now
I got
now
that on
now
vinyl.
now let me explain something about For the Kids. Now For the Kids is first of all, the experience of working with Knots, going to the studio at that time was so crazy because Knots could play you 100 beats. You're gonna like 100 beats. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard a lot of beats in my career up until this time. He's probably the toughest. Him and Megahertz were the toughest to pick from. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Ever. Um, you come in. This was back when they had the DAT machine. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? The little DAT, the
The
little
little,
tape,
yeah, the little tapes.
the
Yep.
little the little. You come in, you sit down. He puts the DAT in, hands you the remote, and leaves the room. You're just in the studio, like, bruh, and you have a budget for one beat. How do you pick them?
Mm-hmm.
Like you narrow them down. You do whatever, and um. So we
Lose
get
your
the
mind.
beat. Yeah, it was crazy. At the time, of course, I ended up narrowing it down to that because at the time, Hard Knock Life was out. It sounded like it might be a no-brainer for radio. You know what I'm saying? Which
Mm-hmm.
actually kind of worked, and Funk Flex jumped on it. He loved it. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So we had to follow up quick. So got with my team. We was like, "Yo, what do we do? Let's go back and go see Knots." So we go back. We go see Knots. We get on and Would You Love Me?
Ah.
And those records is actually what did it for me. That shit right there. That's the record that put me on the map. That sold 27,000 units of vinyl back then.
Mm.
It charted on Billboard on the R&B slash hip hop charts. Um, I think I was 19. I think I was number 19 on Billboard, yo. Um, the labels, Funk Flex put it on his album, Volume 4, the mixtape that came out on
That's
Loud.
right.
That
Yep.
shit, That shit went gold. That album went gold. I was the only independent artist on the album. Everybody else was mainstream. Um, and I ended up signing to Warner Brothers. You know, signed to Warner Brothers in 2000. That deal lasted about a year. They didn't know what the fuck they was doing over there. It was a lot going on over there. You know, shout to them. Left them, and I pretty much, what was under the radar for a little bit, because around that time music was changing. What the people was liking was changing, and not only that, but the format and the distribution and how you get it to the consumer was changing. So all that happening at the same time, I was still making music. I was always making music, but how we getting it out or whatever. I would make little mixtapes and shit, and I had my own website and my own. You know how like This Is 50 had the little shit where you could create your website. So I had those with little forums on it. I had fans on there. I would make mixtapes and give it to them and shit like that. Like there's shit that's out there. Music that's out there. Um, it was a long time. I was just chilling like whatever, man. And then PH passed away. PH passed away in 2000. Damn. I guess I blocked that year out because you know what I'm saying. But I want to say 13, 14. No, couldn't have been 13 because my daughter was born at 13. PH passed away, and no, PH been gone about 8 years. Yeah, he been gone about 8 years, 7, 8 years. PH passed, and that fucked me up. You know, that fucked me up. Um, when he passed, um, at the wake. Uh, before he passed, we were talking about some things that we were gonna be doing, and we didn't get to do them. And at the wake, I went up to his casket, and I kissed him on his cheek, and I leaned in, and I whispered in his ear, and I told him, I said, "Yo, I got it, I got this." You know what I'm saying? Ever since then, it's been go time. Every album executive produced by Robert P.H. Diaz is R.I.P. P.H. everything. And niggas is like, yo, son, like, what happened? Like, you was always nice, but for some reason, like, it's like you got iller. Like, son is really my A&R. Like, I really hear him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to explain. You understand what I'm saying? It's really hard to explain. If he was still here, we probably wouldn't even be having this interview because I probably wouldn't be going as hard as I would be, be going. You know, so to fast forward to the present, I put out a lot of projects recently. In the past, I want to say maybe 3 years. Like my catalog, like if you put it all together, like every album I ever made since 2004 that I actually put out in about, I want to say 2004. In 19 years, I probably put out 18, 19 projects. And that's EPs and albums. You know what I'm saying? Most of that was done recently though. You know what I'm saying? Like the past couple years, put out 3, 4 albums, 2 EPs, just go time. Go, 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 go. So that's where we're at now. We're just making material. Catalog is king. Can't hear you.
Yeah,
There you
you
go.
saying most there you go. Most of the catalog was recently because I do remember when Dirty Urine came out. That was like 05, 06.
Yeah, was it 05? I thought it was like 04. Yeah, it might be 05. It gotta be 05 because I
Okay.
remember when it came out. When it came out, I was like, it might be 05. It might be 05. But when it came out, I was on tour with Miri Ben Ari, and that was 05. That was definitely 05.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Because there was you were on something that she put out at that time. It was like a
hmm
mixtape.
That was to go along with her mixtape. With her tour. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She was, the hip hop violinist. She put together a little band. It was DJ Total Eclipse from the Executioners. He was the
Execution.
DJ.
Yep.
Uh, Destroy from the Arsonist. He was the hype man. Shout to him. That's my
Mm-hmm.
guy. I was the rapper. She got one Patti LaBelle's background singers. Somebody named Ayana Irish, very talented. She was the singer. And she played the violin, and we opened for Busta Rhymes every night. You know what I'm saying? It was, bruh. You want to talk about school? Like, I was watching him every night. I pay attention, like, every night.
Study, study. Yep.
Word is bond. Like I said, man, in the beginning, I'm fortunate. That's why. That's why I feel like. That's why. See, Wiki, people talk so much shit, right, about hip hop. Like, the biggest, my biggest issue with hip hop are the fans. It's not the artists. It's not even the music the artists make. It's the fucking fans. Because they run around, they'll scream and jump up and down and be like, yo, we want this and we want this type of hip hop and we want that. We want this, we want that. Yo, I'm gonna tell you, man, I hear all the time, yo, Bad Seed is arrogant, and Bad Seed is cocky, and Bad Seed is this, Bad Seed is that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really not. First of all, this is hip hop. This is hip hop. We're supposed to be having our chest stuck out and the feathers out. I know all the rappers I loved was like that. All
Yeah.
of them. Even the girls. MC Light. MC Light is in my top 10 MCs. MCs, not female MCs. No, 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 no. MCs. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
so that alone trips me out. I don't understand that. I'm somebody who believes in us as as a culture. This shit saved me. Ain't no, like I told you in the beginning, I was headed down a certain path, bro. If I hadn't, I was fortunate to meet them and be able to get to do something else. So that's why I know that there's a purpose. That's why my album's called "This Is Something Greater Than Myself." Four Finger Ring was scary to me because I'm not used to getting love. I'm used to people being like, "Oh, that's." I'm used to being slept on. I'm not used to being acknowledged. So
Mm-hmm.
when it did well, I'm like, fuck. Although you wanted to do well, you like, damn, I have to top that. You know what I'm saying? Because now
Yeah.
all eyes are gonna be on this project.
Yeah.
This project. If Four Finger Ring was Illmatic, this is it was written. Everybody's watching. Like, what is this? You understand? Like that's how I
Yep.
went into it. You know what I'm saying? Now,
You set that bar.
yeah, for myself. But that's the thing is
Exactly.
that I
Mm-hmm.
compete with myself. You understand what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people have a problem with that. And I don't understand why. We're here trying to build for the culture. And the hate is real, bro. It is so real. It is so real. And I don't understand where it's coming from because I'm grateful. Bro, all of this has to be from God. There's no way, and bro. They could hate me. They could be mad at me. They could think I'm cocky. I'm cocky because yo, I'm covered by God, baby. Can't nothing touch me. So why are you upset and intimidated that I'm good because I'm talking like yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
God's child. Yo, you know where I came from? I'm not supposed to be here. So the fact that I'm still doing it at a high level, the fact that that I was able to be around the things that I was around to learn and absorb and be around the phenomenal people. These people are my friends, family. There's some people, you know what trips me out? There's some people that I used to watch on TV and all that are now my friends that I consider big bros, like Pete Rock, shout to him. You understand what I'm saying? Primo, shout to him. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's stuff like that that's like, wow, like I used to watch you on TV. Sadat X, shout to him. Like these are we cool.
Hmm.
You understand? So I appreciate this shit. This shit means something to me. You heard? Like I ain't out here like misrepresenting this shit. You know, and the whole 6 man entertainment movement is about us, the underground. It's about us. When I stick my chest out, I'm not just sticking it out for me. I'm sticking it out for you and you and you and you because 9 times out of 10, most people passive aggressive. They want to say it, but they ain't got the time to. They'd rather scroll and me. I'm a diddy bop around this motherfucker. And I'm gonna talk my shit because if ain't nobody gonna do it, it ain't gonna be done.
Got to. Yep.
You know.
And speaking on, that testament of what you become from the past and understanding, like you said, absorbing, that's a growth and maturity. And at the same time, something went off in your mind that, this is what I got to do. You know, a lot of people are so stuck in their ways. They got that mental block and they never get to, where you are right now, as far as in your mindset. And, to
Yeah.
have that spiritual presence of PH with you too.
Word. Like, bro, real talk, creatively, I feel unstoppable, bro. You understand? And it's not even on no cocky shit. It's only because, bro, I have the greatest. Niggas thought 50 had the greatest back office with Eminem and Dre. Nigga, I got PH and God. What? And an amazing production squad that I could just, let me see. Who. That's another thing, right? So, boom, 6 Man Entertainment, right? As a label, right? I'm not really into having a whole bunch of artists, right? I do have Honey De Niro. We'll get into Honey De Niro, but
Hmm.
and there's another artist that I'm looking at about bringing him on, you know. But I'm not really into that. I'm more trying to do like a Diddy thing, like how Diddy built the Hitmen. I'm trying to build the underground hip hop Hitman, like a squad.
Oh,
You understand what I'm saying? Shout
I
to
feel
Murder
you on that.
Megs. Shout to Take Notes. Shout to this new cats that Stu. Shout to CJ Dove. Shout to Freak Show. Shout to Nam Nitty. Shout to Team Demo. You understand what I'm saying? And shout to the extended families, the J.R. Swifts, the Snow Goons. You know what I'm saying? I just who do I? It's like opening up the closet. Like, what are you gonna wear? Like you at the palace. You're in your palace. You wake up. Yes, it is my birthday. You open it up. What am I going to wear today? That's how the beat selection is, bro. You know, top notch.
And definitely salute to all of them because every time I look at, I love reading the credits. That's a hip hop thing. I don't. It's music, but when it comes to hip hop, that's what we
Right,
came
right.
up
Yeah, it's
with.
part of it. It's part of it.
So
You know
you
why
know,
that is. You know why that is. Not to cut you off, because the hip hop kids, we came from the era of our parents having the albums. So we used to read the back of the albums, the album covers that they had. All our parents had the
mhm.
collection of the records with the Earth, Wind, and Fires and the Lonnie Liston Smiths and all of that, the Stevie Wonder albums. We would just read the back of them joints all the time in a trance. So, yeah. But not to cut you off, what you say about reading the credit?
No, I was saying, it's just that, that love for that while you sitting there listening to it, absorb everything, not just the music, but how it was orchestrated.
Right,
You
right,
know, that, that's
right.
that's the beautiful thing that a lot of people are missing out on with, everything being digital.
Hmm. hmm Yeah, man. That adjustment was hard, man. Just coming from the era that we come from, and seeing everything evolve. I'm to be honest with you, I'm not 100% mad at the evolution. No, I'm not. I'm not. But it's still some parts I wish we still had. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But it's all good. It's just about you could still do it though. It's not like it's eradicated. Like again, you could start doing. So you could do CDs. You could do tapes and vinyl. As long as the market calls for it. So
Yeah.
as long as you can move it, of course. But you could do it.
And that market is actually doing pretty well. It's,
Yeah.
I would say, in the past year or two, cassette sales have been doing pretty well.
Oh yeah, I'm about to tap in. I'm about to stick my toe in the water. Starting this weekend, major announcement. I'm about to do the this the a trial run of some CDs for the three-headed monster, Alpha, Four Finger Ring, and Something Greater Than Myself. You can get all three for 50, the autographed. One
There
is
you
twenty
go.
dollars. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I wanna see how this market go. You know what I mean? How the market go a little bit. And I got some people that was interested. A couple of people. I said something briefly about it on my Facebook. A couple people was interested, so it might work out. And I got a
Yeah, it
real
really
big
does.
catalog, man. I got a big catalog. So if it works out, shit, you might see that Knots album. You might see that
Mm,
Naps and Dreads and me album. You might see Get Home Safe, Kill Switch, both of them, The Devil's Rejects. Like we got some shit, bruh. We got some shit. The Sixers, see that on CD. It's a lot of shit. Then if it work out, shit, I'm type dude. I record so much, I'll do albums exclusively on CD. Like you can't get it nowhere but CD, brand new material. Like you know what I'm saying? $30. You feel me? We gotta find a way to
people will
make
pay
our
for it.
money, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta find a way to make our money. The streamers, we're not making no money. I was just telling somebody today, man, yo, 1 million streams equals to like
Nothing.
$3,500. Like that's like $3,500, 1 million streams. Wow, like that's crazy, man.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, digital's reaching, everyone across the world at the same time, but it's not making much money.
Yeah, yeah. It's making them money,
Yes.
you know, because they're basically licensing your record by
Hmm.
doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's making them money, but I mean, it's cool. It's the nature of the beast. I think something's gonna happen. There's gonna be a shift. It always shifts. It always shifts. I don't think it'll stay on this model forever. I think behind the scenes, artists, there's probably somewhere an artist somewhere that's fed up, that's been developing something behind closed doors that'll probably be unveiled pretty soon. I'm 100% sure of that this is that business module. It's sucked for years, but artists are forced to use it, because you know it's easier to for a fan to access. you know
Right. Hmm.
that's why the playlists are so big. People are going on long trips in their car, they find a playlist, they put it on. They're in the gym, they find a playlist, put it on. This is how they're finding discovering new artists. They're cleaning their house. They find a playlist on Spotify. They just put it on. Just put it on shuffle. If a song come on, they don't know who the artist is. They're gonna look like, oh shit, who's that? Oh wow, let me add. Let me check out the. That's how they got this shit set up. It's
Yeah.
dope, but it's goofy. Like it's goofy because it's like the ends don't justify the means. Because A, you got to get on the playlist, and then when you get on the playlist, you got to stay on the playlist, and then that person still has to spin the shit a million times for you to get you understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the whole shit is broken. So they gotta try to figure out some sort of way to I know for a fact the artists are not going to sit down and let that happen. It's been that bad for years. There's no way that it's gonna stay that way. You know.
Hmm. And that's why a lot more independent artists have been more successful with having their own website, having their own
Right,
merch,
right,
and music go directly through their website.
right. I'm headed there too. But see, that's the thing. I also feel like everything has a place, and like you gotta build to get to a point where it makes sense. I think
Right.
one thing with a lot of artists is that they lie to themselves. In their mind, yeah, you're dope, you can rap. Yeah, okay, cool. So can everybody. Will they buy it?
Mm.
Like
There's
you
more
have to
to it.
make you gotta make yourself hot.
Yeah.
You
There's
gotta
more
make
to it
you
than
gotta
just skills.
yeah, there's consistency, there's
Hmm.
there's there's the intangibles like your personality. You gotta push your personality to people. So that's why I'm always on TikTok. I'm always doing like just wild shit just to draw people in. I'll get on and start talking. I'll put up funny things or whatever to engage. It's intangibles. You know what I'm saying? So that it makes sense. So that when you're dropping music, they feel a connection to you, and now they're actually a fan. They'll actually buy. They'll patronize you. They'll visit your website. They'll
Yep.
come there and buy it instead of the alternative going to Spotify. So if you pull your music from Spotify and Tidal and Apple Music and all of these things, it'll make an impact, but it's not gonna make a big impact because the people that really fuck with you, which is a lot because you made yourself hot, will be coming to purchase now. If you look at your
Hmm.
Spotify right now and you got like 5 monthly listens, respectfully, do you really think taking your music off of the streamings and putting it over there is gonna make a difference?
Absolutely not.
It could, but you ain't even got a module over there yet.
Hmm.
That shows you demographics. That shows you where you're at. Even if
Yeah.
it even if you got 100 streams, that shows you something. Your demographics. It shows you where you need to target. It shows
Yep.
you who's listening. A lot of these people they don't even pay attention to that. They're not even paying attention to it.
Yeah.
It's,
That's where they fall through the cracks. You gotta stay relevant.
game is to be sold, not told. Like
Yeah.
and that's another thing. Like niggas need to holler at me, man. Niggas need to holler at me. Like we all need to get together and do shit. There's a lot of talented people. I don't just mean music. I mean just talented. Like maybe you got the talent to speak. Maybe you got the talent. Maybe you just know a lot of people. Maybe um you know what I mean. Just whatever your talent is. Nothing. Everybody need to get together because Martin Luther King had a dream. That's cool. I got a dream. And my dream is that us is an underground, and I don't even really like the word underground. It's cool, but I think they need to throw some respect on our fucking name because we hold everything up. You understand what I'm saying? It can sometimes come off derogatory
Mm.
to me. I think they need to put respect on it because in order to really be somebody or have any sort of credibility, you would have had to have come from here anyway. To
Gotta
really,
start somewhere.
yeah. So, um, me personally, I don't want to leave the underground. I'm not interested in going mainstream. I'm not interested in that. That's not what I'm in it for. I'm 48 years old. I just enjoy making the music and putting the catalog out there. I want to license the music. I want to do things with the music. I'm not interested in that I was at a time when I was younger and stuff like that. Like there's nothing wrong with that, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm not at this point. But I have a dream that our underground we got our own ecosystem. You see how the mainstream like they got rumor reports and stuff like that. Like, or as fucked up as that is, they tell the spreading rumors and who's doing this, who's doing that, the TMZs. You still need it. You
Yeah.
need things like that. You need things like that. It stimulates the economy. You know what I mean? It stimulates it. You know, we need music video shows that play just underground hip hop.
Yeah.
We need that. We got to bring back that energy, our energy. You know what I'm saying? And above and beyond all of that, this is what I'm talking about the fans. You have to support it. My problem with the fans is that a lot of times we do these things. We come up with ideas, we put them in motion, but the fans just won't support. And these be the same people who complaining about the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's break down the fan. Let's break down the average boom bap hip hop fan. The average boom bap hip hop fan, for sure, is between the ages of 35 and 50, right? So a lot of them have families now, children,
Right. Yep.
um, jobs. Um, wifey don't really understand your love that you have for this shit still. You know, she
Preach, man.
understands it. She understands a little bit and loves that about you. But nah, if you was to stop doing the shit, she wouldn't be like, "Are you sure, babe? I think you shouldn't." Nah, she'd be with it. You understand? It be them type thing. You know, you know, we're talking about somebody who is alone in their own house when it comes to the excitement of a new album coming out. Because you can't be like, yo, such and such just came out. Yo, that's just something that's just internal. It's just you. It's your own shit. You in your own world. So when you log on to Facebook or Instagram or whatever, that's how you get your dose of what you need from. That's
Yeah.
why it's important that we supply that as an
Yeah.
ecosystem to that fan base because they're not getting that energy no more because their real life inside the house is you know, they want to escape, you know, through the music and through the same thing that they love from before. You know what I mean? So that's the hip hop fan, and that's where the excuses come. Oh, I ain't get to download the album yet because you know I was doing this. Or, oh, I ain't you know I was with the kids. Or I was, which is understandable because we all got families and children, and you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So it's understandable, but things your demographics start to slip, your numbers slip. It ain't because you whack. It's because your demographic got responsibilities.
Yeah.
Wifey got date night tonight. Yo, Biggie Smalls and Big L could rise from the dead, drop an album produced by DJ Premier and the RZA. That motherfucker drop at 6 p.m. If they say, yo, this is dropping 6 p.m. on Friday night, you was a hip hop head. I know me. I want to tune in
Yeah.
Friday, 6 p.m. when it
Yeah.
drops. I don't want to hear that motherfucker at 9 p.m. I want to hear it
I
at
know.
6 p.m. But guess what? If wifey want to have date night at 6 p.m., see, it's different from when we was kids and you could kind of ghost the little girl that you talking to, the whole girl, whatever. Yeah, you just gonna listen to it. It's different. This is wifey. Like, what are you doing? Like, is you want to date night? Like, what are
Priorities
you
and
doing?
responsibilities change. Yep.
Or let's flip it. Let's say you don't got wifey, but let's say your kid. Let's say it's your kid birthday party that night. They having a
Mhm.
birthday party. You gotta go. Or if it's the baby shower. Or come on, bruh. You know, it's different from when we was growing up. So we gotta take that into consideration and try to figure out how to make it make sense. Two plus two equal
Yeah.
four is
Yeah.
mathematics. We all see it floating in the air. We just gotta all grab the nets and bring them in, and let's figure it out. Because I mean, we are an ecosystem with so much talent, so much. That's why I salute the shit that you do, the shit that like Raw Side Hip Hop does, that
Absolutely. Yeah.
the Culture Corner does, that Weekly Rap Gods does. That is everybody that's out here that's doing it. That's not really doing it for the popularity tag, because we lost a few along the way. Like I personally think niggas like Insomniac Mag, they done forgot about it sometimes. Then
Mm.
you had your Ambrosia for Heads and all
Oh
these
yeah.
people in the hip hop DX, like they fell off, bro, because they started chasing the populars to
Money.
get the clicks. Now I
Yep.
get it because you're just trying to build your shit, but along the way you forget that yo man, we're still holding this up. You understand? So it's tough. It's tough.
Yep.
It's tough.
Do it for the love. And big shout out to Brutus over at Raw Side Hip Hop.
That's a
I,
fact.
I
That's my
love I
guy.
love I love his reviews, man.
Yeah, that's my guy. It's a lot again. Like I said, it's a lot of very, very talented people that are running around doing this thing. And to be honest with you, that's a lot of my motivation, because it's like, yo, man, at least I know that if I'm doing stuff, that there's people out here that's gonna help push it and champion it. And it's not
Hmm.
just because we're cool. We end up getting cool through the music. Like I ain't know
That's the
Brutus and
connection.
them before this. You know what I'm saying? We end up getting cool through the music. So
Hmm.
then that makes it even more beautiful, because then you build the I mean, we respect people like that. I respect what they do, and I make sure that I let them know that, you know. And I always try to keep the door open, because I want them to know I'm not just a rapper, I'm an advocate. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys ever need me for anything, a voice, a mouthpiece, you need me to talk that shit and try to get things informed together, then you came to the right place. I'm with it. Like I'm not one of them dudes that's just here listen to my demo. Nah. Here, listen to my demo, and then let's go bang on these niggas that's not listening to our demos. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel. So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
that's
No, same thing over at HHDG Media. We doing this for the love of the culture. We want this culture to continue to keep pushing.
yeah,
It's worldwide now, and you're taking advantage of the technology.
word. It ain't even really worldwide, it's universal. You can't tell me it
Mm.
ain't
Yeah,
a alien in the studio right now on in Mars. It's an alien recording something right now, bro, and it's fire. It's fire. Facts. Pharrell did the beat. Shitting me. Word up. Yeah, man, but that's that. We got a lot of stuff on the way too. Honey De Niro, Murder Mags, they album. I'll go out on a limb, like I said before. They the female gangsta. They dropping pretty soon. We finishing that up. Honey got a album with Team Demo. It's called Bitch. That's done. That's
Ooh,
coming soon. Um, me, I got an album with J.R. Swift coming soon. Just started that. I got an album with Brutal Caesar coming soon. Album with Snow Goons. Alpha
nice.
2.0 with Alpha 2.0 is gonna be totally produced by Team Demo. Me and Naps and Dreads, we're doing Return of Biggs and Wayne Part Two. Um, I got It's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. I'm trying to like off top remember, but I be high and shit. You heard? I be
So
high.
it's all good. Another kill switch coming soon.
Yeah. Yo. You know what's funny? I was just talking to Jay about that today. Shout to Jay Team Demo. Yeah, there is. Um, this one's probably gonna be because what we wanted to do, the first one, because we kind of went off track with the Devil's Reject shit. 'Cause, I mean, I guess we just figured since it was kind of cartoonish that we make that a kill switch too. But um, so kill switch one, is the comic book, the little boy, and the story, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of kill switch one, spoiler alert, he gets killed, and he drops the comic book, right? So the next kill switch is gonna be another kid picks it up, but this time it's a girl. It's a little girl. You know
Uh,
what I'm saying? So she picks it up. So now she becomes engulfed into the comic book and she becomes the character. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what we was talking about. So that's definitely gonna happen. It's gotta happen. Me and Easy Mo B too. Shout to Big Bro. See, I've been saying this for like 2 years. Me and Easy Mo B been talking about doing this freaking project for 2 years. It's just hard to lock in with Big Bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard. The way I work really, really fast. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And that's the OG. He want to take his time. He want to craft the shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. You know what I mean?
mhm.
So shout out to the OG. Whenever he ready, y'all gonna get it. There's no, it ain't me. I'm ready. You see this? I'll write that whole motherfucker tonight. Like it don't. You heard? Like it don't. It don't. It's another day in the
Let's get it.
office.
Let's get Easy Moby.
You know what I'm saying? It's another day in the office. I'm ready to stretch out on them joints. That's for Brooklyn. That's really for the borough. I can't wait to stretch out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a lot of. Oh yeah, we doing another Sixers project too. Yeah, we gonna do another one. So the year is stacked. The year is pretty stacked, man. I'm gonna try to do them quick too. I'm gonna try to do them pretty quick. I'm gonna try to throw them out, like I said. Oh, how can I fucking forget? So next month, March, another album is dropping. It's called yeah, it's called oh yeah, and another thing. That's what it's called. Basically, what this is there were like 6 or 7 songs that didn't make some greater than myself. Not that they wasn't fire. It was just that
Mm-hmm.
they didn't fit the. I got some shit that didn't make the album, but I'm putting it together and I'm making an album. It's like the little brother of this album, and I'm gonna add like maybe 4 records on there, make a whole album. Whoa, cause them, I was just listening to some of them records, like Jesus, it just didn't fit, and it was already really long. Like the album was 17 records already, and I had like 7 more. Like I just couldn't stop recording. It was a lot of records, so I had to stop at some point. But yeah. Man,
Crazy. Now,
it's records y'all ain't hear that. It's crazy. I'm telling you, crazy.
with your work ethic, man, I'm sure you could sit back and just pick and choose which album you're ready to drop.
Nah, because I don't hold anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. Like I
Mm.
do not believe in that. I believe in getting the music out. I tell my friends all the time. They'll tell you. Like they be like, yeah, well, I troll them all the time. Like they be like, yeah, I've been sitting on this album. I think I'll drop this. I'm like, boy, why are you holding that?
Mm.
Like nigga, like put this shit out. Like what are you doing? What are you doing? Throw that shit out there. Because honestly, how I feel, people don't really care. Like they're not at home. Like, I wonder how many songs that. It's too much going on. This is not the '90s when that shit really mattered. Where people was really wondering what was going on in the artist's head and how many. No, just drop the shit and then they'll get with it. It's just a lot going on. Attention span. Hello,
Yeah.
but hey,
Mm.
whatever, man, whatever.
So speaking of albums that never came out, back in the day, Run Run Shaw, who is what back then, produced
Mm-hmm.
an album for you that you mentioned, some time
Facts,
back.
facts, facts. Yeah, it's called Inevitable, and okay, she didn't do the whole thing. She did like 90% of it. Um, One beat was done by my man OT, and one beat was done by Mr. Sinister from the Executioners.
Ooh.
Um, and but most of it was done by her. The first song I ever did when I came there was it's a classic. I mean, I don't know if any of y'all know, but the first song that I did when it came out, a lot of people fucked with it, but I was just fucking around just to show them what I could
Mm.
do. I went in the studio and I did "Shit Is Hot," and "Shit Is Hot" is yeah. See, you got it. See, "Them Grits" and "Shit Is Hot." Yeah, "Them Grits" was the second song. "Shit Is Hot" was the first song I did. I did the Beavis and Butthead voice because the beat came on. And when the beat came on, I'm standing in the studio and I'm like, hey Beavis. And I'm like, what is it, butthead? Yo, I'm looking at them. They're tripping. Like, this is the first time I'm in the studio. Like, they're looking like, yo, what
Mm.
the fuck is wrong with him? You know what I'm saying? And then I went into my verse and they were tripping like, yo, wow, this is crazy. And then when they got to the hook, I was like, this shit is hot. This shit is yo, and they was like, yo, this shit is crazy, right? So I was like, and what did the beat? She did the beat. So I was like, yo, you gotta get on this, you gotta get on this. So she got on it. And when I used to perform it, like people used to love it. They used to love it. They used to love it. Them Grits that end up being the B side. So we did records. We did a lot of records. Me and her, we were real close. You know what I'm saying? We were real close. We we fuck it. We were best friends. It ended up turning into a relationship. And during that time, we did a lot of music. Like we just were together like all the time. You understand what I'm saying? So it was bruh, we had a lot of music.
Mm.
A lot of that became the album, and it was really dope because we were growing in the shit. We were really cool, and we it turned into that, and we knew each other. We were there like synergy wise, so
You in
that
tune,
music
yeah.
is dope.
Hmm.
The music is dope. My issue with the music is that it's very dated, very dated. Like I try to listen to it and I'm like, but people are like, yo, I still want to hear it. I'm like, like it's very dated. Yeah,
Mm.
like, I cringe. But I'm also the same person. I can't listen to For the Kids. If you put For the Kids right now, I'm gonna tell you turn it off. I can't listen to it.
Okay.
But the funny thing is, everywhere I go, I have to perform it. I can't perform and not do it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's one of them things. It's one of those artist things, I guess. One day I'll get the courage to put out Inevitable. I'll put it out. You know what I'm saying? But where I'm at right now, I'm still like, I don't know, brother. I don't know. It's very dated. I'm proud of it. It's got some
Hmm.
joints on there, but it's just I don't know how the people will receive it. And if I do put it out, it's gonna be some real exclusive shit.
Oh,
Like
it has to be, yeah.
maybe only vinyl. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be some real because I got a record on there with PH on there with a verse that and
Mm.
as in that was another thing. During that era, like after that, you remember Pockets, right? Pockets.
Yeah. Hmm.
She produced but that was after we finished with the album. We was done with the album. I started working on other things, but that song ended up on that Tommy Boy 101 thing. I don't even remember how it ended up over there. But yeah, like I said, I had so many records. Yeah, we were just building. And then me, her, and PH, we were gonna be a group called the Yakuza. Um,
Mm.
and we had just started it. We just started it. The first song was Pure Hell. Pure Hell was the first song that we did for the Yakuza, and it ended up on the OBS project, and then she put it on one of her projects or something. But it started out being and she did the beat for that too, for Pure Hell. That's one of my favorites. So I'm getting chills right now because
That joint's crazy.
just just hearing. I remember the
Mm.
day. I remember the day we did it. I remember the day she did the beat. We was all in there, and I did the chorus. I wrote the chorus, and I remember PH wasn't even there yet. He was on his way. He came in and he heard it. And he was like, "Oh man, I laid my verse already in the chorus." He was like, "Oh man, this is crazy." And nigga did his verse, and that verse is, oh my God, it's like that verse sound like the hand of God coming down. Like that's how it sound. Like it's just the power of it. It's one of my favorite. Pistol Papa Opera, Phantom Monster, Iran Contra. Jungle Gorillas getting Skrilla. Cop Killer Death Rap. You want to test black? I put your head in the ground. Y'all niggas battery packed, giving feminine pounds. 4 rounds. Y'all nigga went crazy. And then she had the nerve to come through and clean up. Like she wow, like that record is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of that record. Like to be a part of that record. That song means so much to me. You know, when we used to perform it, it was you know.
Everybody
Shout to
crazy with
PH,
that
man.
one.
Yeah, shout to PH, man.
Yeah. You know, Pumpkinhead, man, he had a he had an aura about him that was he was easy to get along with, when you just seen him in his natural state of just in his being. He's
Mhm.
always cool
He
person
was
to
the
even
mayor.
speak with.
He was the mayor. He was the mayor. Everybody loved him. You know, gentle giant, sweet dude, man,
Mhm.
sweet dude.
Yeah.
And really loved the culture. He really loved this shit. Like he was all about. PH was all about rapping and hip hop. Like I'm telling you, I used to call him a rap whore because dude would do a song with anybody. Every time I turn around, this nigga is on the way somewhere, going to somebody's crib to go do a song with them, or go do this, that, or third with them and them and them. And, you know, I used to always be like, "Yo, son, damn, son, you crew hopping, you a fucking whore." That's why I know that he's no longer with us, but there has to be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of verses for my brother out there. So listen, people, if you have PH verses, holla at me, please. You understand what I'm saying? Like, holla at me, please. Because I know for a fact, like that son used to be out there, and I know his work ethic. So I know he wasn't going out there getting on Greyhound buses going to Jersey to go record at somebody's crib to just do one
Mhm.
song. I know how my nigga rock. My nigga did like whole albums. Like we was the same. That was my A of life. You know what I'm
And
saying? So I know how he rock. So we used to put each other through wild shit, man. Like we were all be in like the lounge area, and P would be all the way on the other side. I'd be all the way over here playing the game or whatever, high as fuck. Nigga be like, yo, I'd be like, what up? Be like, yo, you want to rehearse a show? Be like, fuck it. Just get up and we just run through a set. Just rehearse. You know what I'm saying? Word, bro. That's how we used to do it. Freestyle on the top and drop of a dime. You know what I'm saying? We be walking to the pizza shop, freestyling about everything. You
mm,
know what I'm saying? Pointing shit out, just tripping off each other. You know what I'm saying? We was each other's fan. I got to rap on Stretch and Bob alongside that man. You know what I mean? It just there's a lot with him, man. There's a lot. There's a lot with that dude. I love that dude. Love that dude.
yeah, man. In the early 2000s, I think I seen him a little bit more because a friend of mine in Jersey used to tell me to come to this open mic in New Brunswick at the Court Tavern.
Brunswick. Hmm.
Yeah, and I used to, He used to always be up in there just rocking the open mics. Him, Silent Night, and Cy Martial Law
hmm Shout out to
used to
him.
be. Yep.
That's the homie. That's the homie. Yeah, P used to do the battle rap shit hard too. He was the president of Grind Time East. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And you know he was running with Team Hami. That was his crew. And, you know, P the man, yo. Like that. That was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. I still feel the way about that shit. That shit was bullshit. You know, he one of them that should be here, and that's why I feel like, long as he not, I'm gonna be the mayor. I'm gonna pick it up where he left off. I'm gonna hook people up. I'm gonna be the glue to put things together and move and shake and keep the spirit alive and put the music out. I'm gonna do that. You know why I'm gonna do that? Because the last time I saw him in his coffin and I kissed him on his cheek and I told him I was gonna do that. Feel me? So I'm gonna do that. hmm
Absolutely. And you've been
My brother.
doing a damn good job with that, man. People are definitely
Appreciate
paying attention, man.
appreciate you. Word up. I appreciate you. And again, all that is the grace of God. If you notice on this album, there's a very big spiritual undertone on this album. I mean, I always sprinkle it because you know I'm a spiritual person anyway. But this one, like, it's a little more pressure. You know, I think I mentioned God on every record. Yeah, you know what I mean? Almost. Like if you was to do a tally, you probably be like, yo, you probably did. Um, because this one was between me and him. You know what I mean? It was between me and him. I had to block out the noise. It was between me and him because I needed him to know direction wise. Um, I was thankful for the accolades and all that for Four Finger Ring. Yeah, you know what I mean. So with that being said, in order for me to top Four Finger Ring, I gotta include him in order
Right.
to do that.
Yeah.
So the only reason I was able to do that is because I kept him involved in this whole thing. That's why I'm telling you, yo, I don't know if y'all spiritual, y'all religious or whatever. Listen, man, you can believe what you want to believe. You can not believe if you don't want to believe. I ain't here to sell you an island, a planet, none of that. But what I will tell you is God is real, and I ain't got no reason to sit here and BS you. Like I've heard them, felt them, and a lot of the things that are occurring is because of my conversations with him. You understand what I'm saying? So I could get deeper, but I'm not. I won't. But it's real, man. And we in the last days. Get right. I'm gonna just leave it up there. Get right. hmm
You you dabbled in production a few times, and I remember on choreography you did
You know your shit. You know your shit, man. You know your
what was it,
shit. Yeah.
Black Hoodie and Fuck Cancer.
Mm. Um. Funny thing is, I didn't do those. Tone Jones did those, but
Tone Jones.
Tone Jones did those.
Oh, okay.
But what I did do was on the For the Kids single, I did
Mhm.
Julie. Um, the song about Giuliani.
Mhm.
Um, I did Tough Guys with me and PH on the OBS EP. Um, I was making
Okay.
beats. Yeah, I was making beats. There's actually a Pure Hell 2 that I swear to God I wish I could find. That's Gene wasn't on that. It was me, PH, and Poker Face. I did that beat. It is fucking crazy. I kind of remixed the original one. It's crazy. I'm really into production heavy, so trust when I tell you my beats was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I plan on getting back into it. I just wanted to focus on. Only reason it was funny, I started getting into doing beats because, like I said, me and Jean, we was dating, and if she got mad at me, she'd be like, "Fuck it, nigga, I ain't making you no beats." So I'd be like, "All right." So I used to watch how she did it, and I just started making my own. You know what I'm saying?
Holy
And that's
shit.
how that's how I end up learning how to do my own beats. But um, yeah, I used to sell them too. I used to sell. Shout out to my nigga Germ. Shout out to I did some shit for P. It just it was short lived. I didn't stay doing it because I wanted to get
Mhm.
back to rapping. Yeah. But yeah, I did Julie. I'm proud of Julie because Julie, I made Julie exactly how I heard it in my head. Exactly how I heard it in my head. I did it. That was crazy to me. That was like one of the first joints that I did on my own on the EPS 16. First joint I did. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
So, so- and you did a few features in the recent years. Uh, two were on one on each of Napoleon the Legend, some of his
Yeah.
albums, because
Yeah,
he's
shout
another
out to him.
person with a consistent dope work ethic.
Yeah, shout out to him. Um, yeah, yeah. Real dope, real dope. He's talented, super talented. Definitely one of the elite. Um, definitely one of the ambassadors, the hip hop ambassadors too, because you know, although being from here, but he's overseas, and you know what I'm saying, and he's able to touch different areas that those of us that are here aren't able to. So this is what I mean. This is my point. Everybody got their talents. He's stationed
Mm-hmm.
over there, so he's able to be a part of the if we all got together and was like, yo, you're the dignitary, you're the ambassador to there where you're at to help push the agenda, the hip hop agenda. Like, let's start pushing our agendas. You know what I mean? That's all. But yeah, shout to him. Shout to him. My guy.
I think I got those albums. So let me see. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
he
my
was touring.
favorite
Yeah.
one, yeah, I think my favorite one, I like coming for the title a lot, but I think my favorite one that we did was We Ain't Friends. I think that was I just like the beat. I like the beat on that, and I like my verse on this. I thought that was dope.
Dope. And you also on with fellow fellow Brooklyn MC, and much respect to him on his health. Mike Hands, you did
Mm,
the joint "We Here Now" off
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah,
last year's album.
yeah. That's the bro too. I just spoke to him. Was it today? Was it today? No, it's today. I just spoke to him today. Yeah, yeah. Shout to him, man. Shout to him. I had sent him the video, the fuck around, find out video. I sent it to him.
Mm-hmm.
So, we just talk about it real quick. Shout to the bro.
So,
Uh,
since you brought up the music video, it just premiered. Tell us about that. The Snow Goons produced track with the dope cuts by Tone Spliff.
so on Splizzy. Word. Wait, tell you about the record or the video? Well,
Yeah, both. Yeah, the record and video. Yeah.
the record was supposed to be me and Snow Goons album because we was about to start working on the album. We had been working on this album. Like me and Snow Goons, like we got records already recorded for the album. It's records in the can. I've been working on the album for 2 years. Um, but we probably only got like maybe two, three records. Um, when they sent me this, in my mind, I was like, yeah, all right, this is gonna be all right for our album. I think I went live and from the studio when I did it, and in the caption I put Bad Seed Snow Goons album coming soon, you know, because I had every intent on that being on the album, but I was also starting this album, you know what I'm saying? So as it was starting to shape. that record just seemed like it fit, you know. So I just added it to something greater than myself. So the video, I mean, I knew I knew I had to do a video for that. Just from the pre-testing of letting people hear the album and from the reviews coming back and you know, um, that song always stood out. Like it just for people, just in terms of it being just a good song.
Mm-hmm.
Also I think a lot of that has to do with Snow Goons with that beat because that beat is really really dope. And what Tone did on the chorus is really really dope. So shout to them. I just filled in the blanks. You know what I'm saying? I just filled in the blanks. Shout to them. Um, I knew that I had to do a visual for that because it being such a big record, you got to give it a visual. So I actually shot that video Sunday that just passed, the day before my
Oh
birthday. My
wow.
birthday was Monday. I shot it Sunday with my phone, the very phone I'm talking to you on now, and we just got it back last night and dropped it this morning. Yeah, I wasn't feeling good neither. I was sick. I was in the emergency room the next day, my birthday. It was crazy. It was crazy. But we got it done, man. It's out. Shout out to everybody that's checking it out. It's getting a lot of love. Shout out to Doom the Wiz. He edited it. Shout out to my man QB Rap P. He shot it for me. Did the cinematography holding the camera. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man.
Wow. Even your work ethic with the videos is on point.
Yeah. We shot Skinny Biggie with this phone too.
You know,
And
funny.
same phone. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
same
gonna
phone.
say that. Yeah, the skinny Biggie video too.
Yeah. Yeah,
JR
man. Yeah,
Swift.
yeah. And that's the
Mm-mm-mm.
thing too. J.R. Swift just sent me a pack that is crazy. I'm telling you, me and his project is about to be dumb, 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 dumb. And there's nothing nobody could do about it. That's it. That's it. Like it's through the
Man,
window. Like you might as well go ahead, put your bread to the side to cop that, y'all. Because that's crazy. The shit he sent is blasphemous. Like like y'all. See the thing about me and J.R. Swift's chemistry is J.R. Swift is one of them guys that because he's done production for Griselda members. He's done like really popular guys. He's done like a whole project for Elzai. You know what I mean? So
mhm.
he's very 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 slept on. And he's feel like he has a chip on his shoulder, and so do I. So when we link, it's like you know what I'm saying. So y'all can expect that shit to be really, really crazy, really crazy, really crazy. I was spinning the beats today, just catching the vibe. Like fuck, like I don't even know where I want to start.
Mm,
Yeah, I don't know where I
damn.
want to start. It's ugly. Remember I
Mm-mm.
said it. Remember I said it. It's scary. Like that folder is scary. Yo, you know when a nigga eyes get wide, nigga like yo.
You know what's up.
You know what that means. You know what that means. Word up. Yeah. Man.
Mm-mm-mm. So
Yo,
since
shout
we
to my
talking
daughter
about the
too.
new
Shout to
album,
Boopy. Shout to Boopy because she got a project coming too. You know what I'm saying? On Six Man Entertainment. We're gonna be the first daddy daughter rap group. You know what I'm saying? Me and her. So be on the
there
lookout
you
for that.
go.
She write her own shit too. I'm just right
Oh
now. What
wow.
I'm doing is I'm letting her write because she just writes. So I'm gonna let her write, get it all out, get the form, get comfortable with writing, and then I'll teach her how to break everything up into bars and yeah, and, you know. But right now, I just want her to get out because she's seen me write in my phone. She asked me, she said, "Dad, what you doing?" I said, "I'm writing in my phone." She said, "Writing what?" I said, "Rap." She said, "I know how to rap." I said, "Yeah." He said, "You writing in your phone?" I said, "Yeah." 10 minutes, she came back and let me read some shit in her phone. I was like, "Yo." She was like, she was
Mm,
like, She was like, I'm looking in my palms, trying to stay calm. Like that was a bar she had in there. She wrote it. I didn't write it. Nothing. None. I read it. So I was like, yeah, she got something. She got something. Because to be that descriptive, you know what I mean? To be descriptive and just saying, yo, looking in my, that's something I would have said. You feel me? So,
Wow, man. Yeah, definitely on the way.
mhm.
And that's smart. You said, just let it keep writing.
Yeah. Let her work it out.
Mm-hmm.
Let her work it out. Because
Yeah.
shit, next year she might not even want to do it. So I don't want to force her. I don't want to, I want her to really want to do it. Like this is a
Right.
business that, yo, man, you gotta want to do it. Like you can't play around with it. You can't be sometimey and oh well I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. No. Do you want to do it? Because when the shit hit the fan and things are gonna go, when things go wrong and they will, you're gonna have to sit and evaluate what you're in it for. I've had many of these conversations with myself. That's why I'm still here. I could have been broke the fuck out. But then again, I also want to say this. I don't know if we about to bounce or not, but I want everybody to hear this out my mouth. And this is to all you creatives out there, DJs, producers, rappers, singers, anything that has to do with being creative and a talent. You, sir, or you, ma'am, do not have the right to say you're quitting. Know why? Because that talent does not belong to you. It was lent to you from God. And he knew that he wanted you to have that. Yeah, you're gonna have ups and downs. You're gonna have times where shit is crazy or whatever. But he put that talent in you. He could have gave it to son across the street. Son across the street is in his crib right now trying to do what you do terribly and wishes that he had half the talent that you got. And you sitting in your crib talk about, oh, I'm tired, I want to quit. Nobody listening. Oh, I'm tired.
Somebody that's
The
hungry.
game, the game is terrible. Oh. Shut the fuck up, pussy. Get up and do what your purpose is. Do your purpose. It don't belong to you. It was lent to you. What you look like
Yeah.
telling God, nah, God, like, yo, here, take this. You like, nah, I'm cool. If God pass you a blunt, you smoke that shit, you heard? You could trust it ain't laced. It ain't no fentanyl in it. It's all good, baby. You heard? So I don't understand. I don't understand. Like people will get the blessings and the talent and have that for 20 years and then get frustrated after 20 years and be like, oh, I'm gonna quit. That was for a reason. Maybe that is your boot camp so that you could start a label. So now that's experience for you so that you can start a label and make a difference for us. Hmm.
There you go. Mm.
Maybe it wasn't meant for you to be like, what type of artist do you want to be? Are you mad that you didn't blow up? First of all, how the music business is set up, if you pass a certain age, you're not gonna blow up anyway. So what's your business model? How far do you want to go as an artist? At some point, like what do you want to do? These are conversations you gotta have with yourself. But quitting is out of the question, baby. You can't. You can't. What? Yo, God, I'm good. Take it back. Take it back. Give it to son across the street. Nah, I'm cool. Y'all might need it though in 2 years. Maybe if it comes back around, everything's good, the business back. Could you get it back from me and give it back to me? Good looking, God. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
It don't work like that. So stop playing with God, yo. Yo, y'all bugging. Like y'all are crazy. Like, y'all stay over there, man. Y'all stay over there. Y'all is bugging, man. Y'all running around, walking around, acting like this choice is yours. Yeah, we got free will, but come on, man.
And this
You
goes back
bugging.
to, sloppy albums.
And that's another thing. See, yo, I could talk all day. Like y'all, yeah, yo, man, listen. Album sequencing, very important. I want to tell you guys, sequencing is very important. I don't give a fuck how many dope songs you got. If they do not sound good going into each other and one straight
Mm-hmm.
continuous thing, your shit is trash. I don't care. If we have to bounce all around, you might have one that you skip or maybe two. But the whole aim is to narrow it down to where there's none. I'm not gonna give y'all the cheat code on how to sequence, but I damn sure feel like I'm a damn good sequencer. It's all about sonics, baby. You gotta listen to it. That makes your album. It is not the songs. It is the songs, but it's how you put the songs together, the story you're trying to tell, the vibe. You have to know when to stop.
Yeah.
You have to know when to keep going. You have to know when your album is not done. You gotta know. You gotta feel it. When you play it straight through, you know, and then you should know if it's not done, ask yourself, well, what do I need? It shouldn't be the regular, oh, I need a party joint or I need a girl joint. That's fucking corny. Dig deep. What do you need? What do you need sonically?
Question.
You might need
Oh, yeah.
something. You might need something sonically. Maybe something with a little swing to it. But I don't mean a swing party. Wiggity, fuck that tonight. I don't mean that. I mean a swing like some boom bap shit, like where you could dance on it. You know what I'm saying? And hear the. You might need something like that. So start listening to that. I'm just using that as an example, but you gotta know what you need. But a lot of niggas don't know who they are as artists, so they don't know what they need. You know, they don't know. See, when you're comfortable with who you are as an artist, you know what you need, and then producers know what to send you.
Yeah.
They already know. They're not gonna send you. Ask Meg. She's in there. Meg knows what to send me. She knows. Megs is not gonna send me so she might, cause I mean I'm the type of artist. I mean I can rap on anything, but I was just telling somebody yesterday, people like Megs and people like Team Demo, they do the cheat code because they know me. So it's like if I say, yo, I'm starting an album, right? I'm a Diddy Bop King. There's a certain pattern of drums that I love. That is my pocket. And I can dance on that shit, Diddy Bop on it. That's why I call it Diddy Bop music, the Diddy Bop King, because I feel like nobody dances on that drum pattern like me. That's how I feel.
Mm.
So they know if I'm starting an album, I don't have the vibe of the album yet. So they know send me those first so I can get those out the way. You're guaranteed placement. That's the cheat code, guys. You're guaranteed because I'm gonna wig at the beginning of the album. I'm gonna have to have representation of that Diddy Bop shit because that's my sound. So that's the cheat code, guys. If I say starting an album, nigga, don't get creative. You want a guaranteed placement? Send me some Diddy Bop shit. Send me some creative shit in a couple weeks. But if you want a guarantee, send me some shit so I can get the vibe. You're guaranteed to get a bang on it if you do that. You know,
Mm. And
just a little cheat code.
you had the producer from Slovakia, S2,
Mhm.
actually produced that Diddy Bop King joint. You know,
Yeah,
you discovered him. What caught your ear for his production?
that was a mistake. That was an accident.
Mm.
Well, actually, I can't even say it was an accident. Again, it was God. It was divine intervention. You see, none of this shit is accident. I was on TikTok, which I recently got on. I haven't been on there long. I'm scrolling, and I seen a beat playing. No, somebody was duet. Somebody duetted one of the beats, and they was
Mm.
rapping to the beat, and he was cool, but the beat was fire. And I'm looking. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I look. So I click on the dude on the producer. I look on his shit. And you know he from over there. I'm looking. And you know me, I scout, bro. I scout like the
Yeah.
NBA, bro. I go niggas will tell you I go on Instagram. Yo, sidebar, real quick, 5 minutes. I go on Instagram and I'll randomly just pop in producers' posts. Like I'll pop in their lives when they going live making beats. And it'd be the funniest thing. Cause I don't mean to startle nobody, bro. I swear to God, I just be watching, man. I just be watching because I love beats. Bro, I come in there, bro. They be mad comfortable and shit. When I come in there and they see me, they be like, "Oh shit!" They be like, "Yo, what up, C? What up? What up? What up?" And I'll be like, "Nah, just chill, man. Chill. Just do you, bro." I'll throw the fire emojis and shit up on them and all that, and motivate them and shit. But that's cool to know that they respecting the air. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but Son, I seen Son on shit. And I said, "Wow, this is crazy." So I hit him up, and of course there was a language barrier. And I don't think he knew who I was.
Hmm.
Which was cool. That's even better for me. You know what I mean? Good, good. So we chopped it up. I said, "Yo, what we talked about it or whatever." He told me nobody ever rapped on his beats. Bro, listen to me.
Wow.
Not
Mm.
for fun, not for fun, and not professionally. He just makes beats. Nobody's ever rapped on his beat. So you know what that was to me? That's like close your eyes and think of the most beautiful woman in the world, voluptuous, bad, and nobody ever smashed. And she all yours, baby. That's what that was. I was like, yes. You understand? So that's where struggle first and Diddy Bob King came from, and he came late. He came very late. Those was the last two songs I recorded for the album.
Oh.
Last two. Yo, I'm sitting on a couple from him that is crazy. Like this one, it just didn't make the album because it was too late. I already finished. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got some shit from him that's dumb. Dumb. Max too. Max sent me some shit and I was done. That is crazy. Like Jesus Christ. This shit would have turned into a double album, yo. It would have turned into a double album. I couldn't, I
Mm.
couldn't, I couldn't, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. You see Megs in the chat. She said, "Like me." That's how I found Megs too. Is that how I found Megs? Megs, is that how I found you? I don't even remember how I found Megs. I feel like I always knew Megs. Like I always like Megs was always there. You know what I mean? I feel like Megs was always there. I don't even remember. Man, it's crazy. Megs get a lot of
Yeah.
love too. A lot of
She,
people fucking with Megs.
yeah. Much respect to Murder Meg. She's tuning in right now. Yeah, definitely, man. The
Hmm.
beats of fire. And it, I always say this. She's a producer, plain and simple. I hate when people want to add the gender label on there. She's a dope producer. That's that. Her
Hmm.
work speaks for itself. And
Hmm.
that lawn furniture track, man,
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
that beat is crazy right there.
Yeah, lawn furniture is woo, and it's like one of them shit. You have to black out on that. You have to, and it's wild because me and Max got a chemistry. Like I said, she knows what to send me, so she knows that I'm gonna black. I'm going to wig. It's the drum pattern. It's the Diddy Bop drum pattern, and I play around with my flow on that. I could play. I dance. That's why I call it dancing. The Diddy Bop. You know what I'm saying? So it's a no brainer. It's always no brainer. It's always. That's a banger. Like I love that record. Red and Meth too. Red and Meth is
Yeah. Oof.
yeah, Red and
Mm.
Meth Red and Meth too. Red and Meth too. That's another thing. Like whenever it's an album with a bunch of producers on it and Max producers on it, there's always gonna be a duo record. So
Yeah.
so so there was P and Half. There was Bill and Fame. This is Red and
Mm.
Meth. Next one might be Red and Ghost. You might see Pimp C, Pimp and Bun. You might see like you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You never know. But that's something that we doing. Like the Jane series. Give you
Yeah.
something to look forward to each album. Like, oh shit, he doing an album with a bunch of producers on it. Oh, I know Meg's on it. Oh, I know they doing a duo. You know. So if you don't see that, it ain't official. That's like hearing a beat. That's like hearing a song and you don't hear "yer" at the beginning. It ain't official.
You already know.
It ain't official. Mark. Well,
Mm,
Red and Meth crazy. Red and Meth crazy. Shout to Megs, man. Shout to Tone
yeah,
Spliff again. Wowed out on that, you know.
yeah, he killed that again.
Yeah, Tone
Mm,
Spliff.
mm, mm.
Fire.
So you when you hear these beats, do you have your concept already in mind? Well, it's a certain beat might gravitate you to a certain way you want to write it on it.
That's a good question. It depends. It depends. It depends on what stage I'm at. So, like, if I know that I have to do Red and Meth, right? I'm gonna look for a beat that gives me some sort of energy like that. Or like Bill and Fame. I'm gonna look for a beat that's gonna give me that because I know that I'm doing that type of a record. P and Hat. That beat sounds like something they would have picked, you know. Um, it starts with that as far as shit like that.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think of the songs on the album. A lot of it just comes from just listening to the beat, whatever the vibe is. But in the back of my mind is always the subtext of stay within the theme of the album. Stay within the theme. That's in the back. All of this is for creative license and creative freedom. But I have to stay in the, this is the George Jefferson. It's the George Jefferson. You got the hair back here. This is the shit to tell you that you got to stay in the thing. But all the ball shit up here, this is your creative license. You know what I mean? So you gotta make sure that you stay in there. Um, I know even with like a concept project like this one, like again, the whole thing was something greater than myself. It's got a heavy spiritual undertone, but it's still a don't fuck with me undertone. And the reason why that's there is because it's like okay, I everybody has an ill relationship with God. I feel like my relationship with God is like Samson, right? God said, "Thou shalt not kill," right? But for some reason, he let Samson kill. He told Samson, "Go drive the Philistines out, kill them all, kill them dead." You know what I'm saying? Until Shorty set him up and got him murked, and then that was that. You know, the end of the story, right? So I feel like I'm like Samson. I feel like, yo, I can get in a tree and murk all these MCs. When I'm talking about killing niggas and bodies and shit like this, I'm not talking about literal bodies. Like I'm talking about, I'm an MC from the era. I'm trying to kill the mic. I'm trying to kill MCs. Like
Yep.
that's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? For anybody wondering, like I'm fucking 48 years old. I'm not a gangster. I'm not outside wilding and gangbanging. No, I'm not. No, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? So this is all entertainment. You could call me I'm fake. I'm not. Okay, then that's what I am. I can draw from it because I've been there before. You know what I'm saying? I've been there before. It's authentic. But I'm not doing it now. I'm not going outside kicking somebody in their fucking mouth because they looked at me wrong. I'm not doing that. So
Right. Yep.
so just the perspective of it. I forgot where I was going with that. I'm gonna be long winded sometimes, but pardon me. you know.
So good. So good. And there was one lone guest feature on the last track on this album by Yogi. Some might not know, but that is Yogi from Crew
The
back
Hitman
in the
and
day,
the Hitman.
and also
Yeah,
from the Hitman. Exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
got some
yeah.
history right there.
Yeah, he's with Team Demo. He's a part
Yeah.
of Team Demo. I've fucked with Yogi a few times on choruses. He done a couple of choruses on Team Demo records. He did on the Reg on the Alpha album. Did he do something on Four Finger Ring? No, not no Four Finger Ring. I think he did a couple joints for Honey before. Yeah, a couple. They got a couple. Um, yeah, Yogi's dope, man. Yogi's super
Mm-hmm.
dope. Very talented, super talented, yo. Super talented, super talented. Like again, like I'm real fortunate, bro. I'm fortunate. I don't take none of this shit for granted, homie. I don't. I don't take for granted that I have classics with knots. Classics. Like yo, you cannot mention Knots' catalog and leave my records out. It's incomplete.
Nah,
You
no
can't.
way.
You can name the Snoop records, the Game records, the Buster records. That's cool and that's cute. But if my records ain't in there, it is not complete. Everything we did his numbers. Everything. Yo, for the kids is almost gold on Spotify. It's almost at 500,000 word because it's on an
Mm.
editorial playlist on Spotify. Word. Crazy. And I hate that record. Well, let me stop saying I hate that record. I love it. For the kids. Yay. For the kids. For the kids. Yeah.
Different times. That's all. Different times.
Yeah. Yeah, I sounded so trash, bro. It ain't even the beat. The beat fire. It's me, man. It's me. It's that chorus, all that. But whatever. What you
Mm.
gonna do? I want to shout
Now,
out everybody
for
grinding,
me,
man. Word.
if
What
someone
was that?
was, mm, I was gonna say for on the latest album, something greater than myself. If I was to pick a track or maybe two from the album to say for somebody listen to this after several plays of the album, it'd have to be Divine. Divine would be one of the first tracks that I would tell people to listen to.
Yeah. Very, very personal record. It's not one curse word on that record because I'm talking to God. I even was about to curse and caught myself on the record, on the chorus, you know what I'm saying? Um, because I was trying to show the passion that I feel, and then I just remembered who I was talking to, just yo, respect. Um, Divine is about, yo, man, I think life is such a beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful thing in the world, but it's also the most ugliest and barbaric thing in the world to be born, and then the second you're born, you're dying. Like the concept to me, uh, and to watch my mother had me when she was 18, she was young. She's always been young to me. I've always looked at her as young, but to watch her age is and she don't like the fact that she ages, and it
Hmm.
affects her, you know what I'm saying? And it's hurting her, and then it even flips over to myself. Like, yeah, I look young, but y'all don't see what I see. You know, I see me every day. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna get up on this camera, man. There's like there's these moles and shit. You feel?
Hmm.
Them shits wasn't there like a few years ago. Like they growing and they getting bigger. Like it's one. You see that shit? See that shit?
Yeah, I
That
see it.
shit is it's fucking crazy. My great grandmother had a lot of them on her
Mm.
face. So am I inheriting that? Like the older I get, they're gonna be. Like, it's whack. My mother got them now. Like it's wow. That's what I said on Divine. I said little moles. They start. Well, I said I don't even remember, but um, it's tough. It's a hard pill to swallow, withering away. So it's the song is called Divine. It's about how much as a human that's aware how it affects me, but I do understand it's your divine plan. You have a plan. It is divine. So although I feel this way, with all due respect, I understand that it's your divine plan. So Yeah, that
Now
was
what?
between me and him.
Yeah, yeah, it was beautiful, man. It's like the first words that came, me thinking was, "Damn, this is incredible."
Mm, that's what's up. Shout to Take Notes, man. He also did adulting. He's fire. He did adulting
Hmm.
and airborne. He's fire. You know, found him on the last album too. Four Finger Ring. Yeah. He did he did um Just Be True. Um Think About You. And
That's right. Yeah.
what was the other one he did?
Um,
He did some.
Bloody
But you
Rain.
heard what I Bloody Rain, yeah. You heard what I said on Divine. I said take notes on the beat. He the Mexican Molly Mall. Or he Mexican dude, you know what I'm saying? Soul, a lot of soul, man. You know, shout to him. Shout to my dude, man. Take notes, take notes. Yeah. You
Mhm.
know, found
Mhm.
him too. You know what I mean? Like fit right into the equation. All right. Yo, take notes. I'm sitting on like 200 take notes beats right now. Word of mother. He literally sent me like 200 beats. I'm sitting on like 200 beats right now. Like I can just go, let me see. Literally, no bullshit, no exaggeration. And he's still sending shit. He just sent me a couple the other day. Shout to Take Notes. Yeah, I did. Take Notes. If you're watching, I did get the email. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? Shit, me.
Yeah, you got that knack for finding talent.
Shout to Ja Freedom. Shout to him too. I ain't necessarily find him. He been moving and shaking on his own. You know what I'm saying? But shout to Ja Freedom. Shout to my cousin Kill Ripkin too. Shout to him. That's
Mm.
actually my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Shout to him. Um,
The
man,
future.
shout to everybody. Shout to
Mm.
everybody. Die Future. Die Future. Die Future did Slit On. Slit On is like, yo, let me tell you. Slit On is a no-brainer because of that beat. That beat is so fucking ignorant. Like I did a little before the album even came out. I did a little snippet of just the beat and these Jewish people dancing to the beat, and people went crazy. Like yo, it was like yo, this is crazy. This sounds crazy, and I knew it. I don't even think that yo. To be honest, I don't even think I had recorded the record yet, and
Mm.
I was like, yo, this is gonna be crazy. So did the record and I knew it, bro. I knew it. I knew when niggas heard that they was gonna grab it because it's so ignorant. Like, how could you not? Like the ignorant in you is going like it's just dumb, man. Like it's so good, it's dumb, you know. But I need people to pay attention to a couple of things. Bar work. Now I broke this down. I had went live the other day and I broke this down, but I'm gonna break it down here too. Right. So on struggle first, I said many nights I woke up mad, like I could air the earth when fire could give me the reason to be aware of birth. Many nights I wake up mad, like I could air the earth when fire could give you the reasons that we. Many nights I wake up mad like I could air the earth when, not wind, but wind, play on words. Fire could give you the reason. They had a song called Reason. Like, y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't hear me though. Right? So wait. Um, 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 pause. let me refrain. If it's warish, I get crooked. Because a lot of deaths would occur in the forest. I get warish. I get crooked. A lot of deaths would occur. Would occur in the forest. Yo, like, never mind. Never mind. Something greater than myself out right now, Bandcamp. And it's coming out. It's coming out on the streaming soon. I just ain't telling you niggas when it's coming out. I ain't telling you niggas. I need you niggas to go cop that shit. It is on Bandcamp. You're gonna have to check Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music every day and discover it being on that motherfucker. Cause guess what? I ain't telling y'all when it's coming out. There is a date. I know the date, and I'm not telling you. So I'm not telling y'all black asses none of that. So, word
Dope,
up.
man. It's bad to see, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate the time. I appreciate the music. I
no
appreciate
doubt.
you actually showing the maturity, the growth. You know, you talking about certain music, boom bap in it. You know, the age group that it is. That maturity is in your music, and you know,
Mm,
not too many MCs can do that.
yeah,
As
I
they get older,
appreciate your
I
ear.
respect that.
I appreciate your ear. You know, because it's about finding the balance. We come from boom bap. Boom bap is ignorant. We want to get on that show our ass, talk crazy, and you know, but being mature, not so much. So you got to try to figure out a way to still make it hard, but still be mature with it too. Like I don't do sexual records. I refuse. After I had my daughter, I'm not doing
Mhm.
anything that's derogatory. None of that. Every now and again, you might hear the word bitch. It's rare, rare, and it has to really fit the narrative of the story. Has to, for me to do that. But just having some sort of artistic integrity too is important. You got to stand on something. You know, uh, but I
Dope.
appreciate your ear, man. I appreciate your ear and your thoroughness. Your thoroughness. Because don't think I ain't peep. I peep in the post when you listed everything. Not only did you
Mhm.
put the credits of the songs and how long the song is, who produced it. You put where the fuck the producer was from, nigga. I'm like, yo, the like down to the. You might as well put the zip code. Like I was like, yo, yo, I've never seen such detail
Decent.
put into
I
that.
appreciate
Yeah, so I salute you, and that's definitely part of the ecosystem, and this is what I'm talking about because it starts to build and it adds on and it just makes it all look like something, and
it.
to where we can start getting sponsorships and funding and stuff like that for us as a legitimate thing being boom back.
Yeah, and you know, part of that goes to a little bit of demographics. You know, when you mention where somebody's from, it might blow their mind that they're from their same hometown, and that gravitates
Right,
them to find out more about them, go support their
right,
music.
right.
But
And
at
you
the
never
same
know.
time,
That person might be a show promoter. That
there
motherfucker
you
might be a
go.
show promoter and might be able y'all might live around the corner. You don't even know.
Exactly. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and
So
then and it also goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Reading the credits while you're listening to the music. I, cu- we cut from that cloth.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Coming soon. Y'all, there's a lot coming soon. Y'all just make sure y'all tap in, man. 6 man or nothing. Period.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Bad to
Yeah.
see, man. Give you shout outs and let everyone know where they can.
Yeah. Yo, I want to shout out Uncle Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Ray from the corner store. I want to shout out Mr. Rivera and the cat that be on the bread in the bodega. I want to shout him out too. I want to shout out homie that be giving out the ace, and the ace don't really be ace. Them shits be quarter ace. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to him. Nah, shout to the whole 6 man, yo. Shout to the whole 6 man. Shout to Honey De Niro. Very proud of you. Shout to Murder Megs. Very proud of you. Shout to Nam Nitty. Shout to Team Demo. Shout to Take Notes. Freak Show. CJ Duffs. S2. Um, I don't want to forget nobody. Job Freedom. Just shout to everybody. Tone Spliff. Shout to everybody who copped the album. Shout to the Snow Goons. J.R. Swift. QB Rap P. Um, Doom the Wiz, Blitzkrieg, Timmy Guns, Brittany. Um, it's a lot of people. A lot of people. Shout to a lot of people. I couldn't have did this without shout to Raw Side Hip Hop for some greater than myself is what it is because of Raw Side Hip Hop making Four Finger Ring album of the year. If that it would have never been album of the year, it wouldn't have gave me the motivation. It would have been a different album. I'll tell you that. It would have been a different album. It wouldn't have been what y'all have now. You know, it would have definitely been something different. You know. Yeah.
Yo, big shout out to him.
Yeah, man. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all just was looking in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all follow me, the Bad Seed Brooklyn, um, on Instagram, on TikTok, the Bad Seed Brooklyn 6. I'll be wilding on there. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to have fun on there. Facebook, Corey Pearson. That's my government. Don't be trying to get nothing in my name. You know what I'm saying? Um, what else? Uh, Twitter, I'm Nicholas Cage. On Instagram, I'm Nicholas Cage too. I got two. I don't really fuck with the Nicholas Cage one that much because it's not my name. I mean, it's Nicholas Cage is mine. But I try to be on the Bad Seed Brooklyn one more. And that's it, man. That's it.
All good, all good. On behalf
Shout
of
to
my
everybody that ain't pooped today. Something wrong with you. Go poop. Go poop, nigga. Go shit, nigga.
on behalf of my HHDG media crew, we're gonna say peace.
Peace.